Hey guys, so lately I've been really into making journals and books and stuff like that, and I saw this thing about making a book out of envelopes, and since I have a ton of envelopes, I decided to try it out. Essentially, you just fold a bunch of envelopes and sort of fit them within each other and make a book. I essentially just fold the flap of an envelope backwards and then fit it into the pocket of another envelope, and it makes a cool book. At first I tried to use liquid Elmer's glue to fit it together, but I was having some troubles getting it precise, and the glue was just getting really messy and stuff, so yeah, here's me just fiddling around, and it wasn't working out for me, because I wanted to make them fit perfectly, so that the spine of the quote-unquote book would be nice and clean. So I set the first two aside because that didn't work out, and I just tried again with the other envelopes. You can see I switched to a glue stick, which made it easier because it wasn't as messy and it allowed for more movement. So here I am just gluing the envelopes together. I did actually take them apart and do it again just to fix some of the glue. Here's me folding on the last flap, which folds across the entire spine and makes a nice book. If you want to look up envelope books, you could look it up and see a bunch of tutorials on how to make them with different envelopes. Mine are a bit long, but you know, it's what I had. So here's some scrapbooking paper. I was going to use scrapbooking paper to make the cover because I was planning on making this a sort of art book, but none of the scrapbook papers were really sitting with me, so I decided to use newspaper. Unfortunately, I can't really show you the cover because it's sort of a local newspaper and it shows some personal information, I guess, so I just kind of quickly showed it on camera. So because this is going to be a sort of art journal, I need to do some art in it, so I grabbed some random paint that I found, just some acrylic paint, flipped to a page. I skipped the first page because I didn't really know how to start it or what I wanted to put, so I just went to the second one. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, I was just sort of doing something because I wanted to make a page. So I'm mixing some white and orange paint. It didn't really result in the color I wanted, but I didn't really care that much, to be honest. I just want to warn you, the art you're about to see is really terrible. Just, ignore that. I'm also ripping up the two envelopes that I sort of discarded at the start just to protect the other pages. It didn't really work that well because the envelopes don't, surround the entire page. So I'm painting the entirety of the page orange, and I'm including the pocket side, as you can see. I was gonna glue it down, but I thought I could put some stuff in it, and if I wanted to glue it down later, I could always do that. Also, I know this view is a bit upside down, but I don't know, it works. So I grabbed some Q-tips and I just put green paint on it and just sort of made a tree. It's the ugliest thing I've ever done. And I also added this silver gold weird stuff and more color. I know it's bad. Listen, I know it's bad. And then I found this encyclopedia that I was going to rip up because I've never used it. And I found these little lovebirds that I thought would fit nicely on the page. By the way, this encyclopedia I've never used, so instead of just throwing away the book, I'm going to use it for art. I cut out the little lovebirds and just pasted it into the book. Unfortunately, I forgot that I wasn't going to tape over the pocket, so I shouldn't have glued the entire thing, but it's fine. I left the pocket open, as I mentioned, and I was thinking maybe I should put some pressed leaves in there and maybe decorate the page a little more with pressed leaves later on, just to sort of save how ugly the page is. Later on, I also felt like doing another page. I saw this video of this woman. She just said basically when she doesn't know what to do for art, she just sort of finger paints and makes a mess on the page, and it's pretty fun. So I was like, hey, I should try that. So I used some blue, purple, and white and made this weird galaxy thing. It was pretty fun, wasn't really paying that much attention to it. I also added silver and gold on it, and yeah, that's the envelope book.